You're listening to The Grind. 99.1.
And of course, this is The Grind, the best in TNT music. Yours truly, Chromatics, DJ Kidane, Sarai in the building.
Morning man sang, still try to stay connected home like a landline.
Mic check, check, check.
Yeah.
Mic check, check, check. As in Mike. Take a check.
Taking a check, of course.
You don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, in the building we have one of Trinidad and Tobago's premier lyricist, hip-hop artist. He goes by the name of Micwise. Mike, how you doing, brethren?
I'm good. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up?
I did. It's cool.
Yeah.
Everything level.
Everything. I
Black
could
in
see
the
that.
building.
Like all black, everything.
You know, so
we in uniform today.
Southside.
We in uniform.
Right.
Yeah.
So of course this track, Bad Mind, we've been playing it from like the inception of the program.
Mm-hmm.
This is off of which album?
Leave.
Right.
Released November 2018.
So that wasn't the last one that you put out.
That was the last album.
That was the last
It was
quite
album
November?
I did. November 2018. Time flies.
Yeah, because I swear it was like the other day we was listening
The other
to
day,
that,
yeah.
And I was telling you about a certain track that I like on the album.
It mightn't play here, but we know.
Well,
The length now, a lot to say on it. The length,
yes.
radio format,
80 bar verses and all kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Mike, with this program, I know you for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want people to get familiar with you as an individual, as an artist, and what was your story coming up? Because I know it essentially.
Yeah.
But so I kind of want to start to the basis of, how you was exposed to music, what led you down the path of hip hop, choosing that to be the medium in terms of which you express yourself, and then, I know the little different journeys of groups and whatever to where we are now.
Right.
So just give them a little backstory, you know what I mean?
Well, since a young boy, I was exposed to music through my dad.
Right.
Anyone in my family, the Dobson family, like everyone is into some kind of music.
No doubt.
At some way. So my dad was into jazz and calypso. And I was always around music, and I always had this appreciation for music. I would say when I was about 9, I believe it was a verse I was just saying the radio. That's when Lauryn Hill came down to Trinidad.
1998. Oh,
Somewhere
the first
around
time or the
there.
second time? With Fugees or by herself?
By herself. She had
1998.
Miss Education out and thing.
Yeah, 98.
You know what they do when they bring in an artist? That artist just play.
No doubt.
So I think
Promoters
so it's had one particular verse she did, a song named Everything Is Everything. When I heard that, I was like, yeah, hip hop is it for me. Because I was always into I was always a fan of using the English language as poetry.
Mm-hmm.
I always see words could be used as a kind of science.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I always used to kind of be on that even before I get exposed to hip hop. So when I heard that being done that way, I was like, yeah. Plus the beats knocking too. So,
yeah. No doubt.
And then gradually, year by year, you just get more and more into it. Eventually you start to do it, you know. But I always maintain, I get into this to bring forth lyrics. So that was always my thing. So I always kind of keep that.
Right.
So no matter how the sound change or anything, like lyrics always remain now.
Yeah, no doubt. So, but at the point in time, so that's when you started writing? After Everything Is Everything?
No.
No.
That's when I started listening.
Oh, that's when you started
So
listening?
I had to become a fan of the music and, study the genre.
Right.
And then when I started to write, I was about 15, 16.
Right. And so, like, who really encouraged you to start writing? Or was it something that's, like, by yourself alone in a room? Or was it other people around you writing?
I had a brother I went to school with named Chad.
Uh-huh.
We used to freestyle and thing in school, and we thought we was good. Then it had these 3 other guys who were actually in school too, but they were like rapping for like 2 years prior.
Right.
So they were better than us, and I did a cypher with them, and we got crushed bad. It was bad. And I was like, nah, I'm not going through that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I started like, okay, lock in and take the craft a little more seriously.
Right, no doubt. And then of course you were part of a group back in the day, was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Right.
We were right here too.
Yeah, no doubt.
In the first edition of the grind.
First edition of the grind, right. And you're back here, and of course a lot of things have happened since then. You've become one of the premier when you talk hip hop in Trinidad and Tobago, and people want to like compare lyricists, how we used to do it back in the day, or one of the few that stands amongst, because like there's a lot of people doing hip hop, and of course everybody's going down, you know, styles, and who have different styles, and who think is commercial or whatever. But when you talk bars, when you talk lyrics, Micwise is one of the men whose name always comes up. So it would say like this generation's, you know, your this generation's lyricist. You know what I mean? I mean there are a few out there, but I mean you've always stayed true to it. Why you think that? And you haven't, I wouldn't say you haven't not experimented or whatnot, but to you've always stayed true to the art form, to like down to Tina. Which at the end of the day kind of helps you stand out. Yeah. While everybody else jumping ship. Too. Yeah. You know,
I kind of remain here. Yeah. Everybody
holding up the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, that I only know how to do it one way.
Right.
I only know how to bring forth lyrics. To me, like, I could do other songs, like, you know, the hard thing song that is played here. That is a different type of sound.
Right. True.
But the common factor in everything
is always lyrics.
Always the lyrics there.
Right.
No matter what.
No doubt. But not just only lyrics, you're also of course with the true essence of hip hop is storytelling. Right? So I wanna get into this next track here. It's called Culture. Right? Which is essentially a storytelling song. I mean, to say in a weird way, it reminds me a lot of myself back in the day, because you're telling stories of what actually happening to you and what you see happening specifically in the music industry. Which a lot of people frightened to talk about and put in song. You know what I mean?
I can't be frightened, man. Say what you had to say. Say what you had to say.
Them frightened, them don't want to say what they have to say.
They want to mash no toes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they're frightened, you know, things get done to them, or the music get blacklisted or whatever. But we hip hop, we music blacklisted a long time.
From inception.
I mean? Yeah, so out the gate. So ladies and gentlemen, Micwise is in the
that
building.
Clean?
Yeah.
That clean? I didn't all clean up the mess. Okay, cool. I adore it.
But we've played it on the program.
You've played Culture.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. There we go.
Alright, let me go. We see what happens. You just let me know if it's coming up. Ladies and gentlemen!
Vex with this one. You real ones, See, let me talk about trends. Let me talk about trendsetters. Let me talk about culture. Cause you ain't tryna dress like Marshall. Don't worry, boy, not trying to stress ya. Them young girl following Riri. They don't really business about Destra. They say Trinities do like rap, but take Drake off the radio, they do like that. It's the culture, don't talk no feels. Sorry to be so real. I grew up seeing enough soca artists and Sean John and Rockaway on cameras yelling hip.
Okay, we gotta do it live. We gotta do it live. Let's go. Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
Yo.
Yeah.
Let me talk about the trends, right?
Let me talk about culture.
Cause you tryna dress like Marshall. Don't worry, boy, not trying to stress ya. Young girl following Riri. They don't really business about Destra. They say Trinities do like rap, but take Drake off the radio, they do like that. It's the culture, don't tote no fails. Sorry to be so real. I grew up seeing enough soca artists and Sean John and Rockaway on cameras yelling hip hop is not for here. Carnival Tuesday and hope throwing Yankee dollars, masqueraders hands out, girls turn to droppers. David Rudder even spoke about it. Now his own son raps. Each one of his shows is crowded. Those promoters doubted the way the locals hounded shows, selling out rows. Oh, they were so astounded. Untapped talent, mad that he missed them. DJs playing Matics even after he missed them. Rap was something clubs never put in their place. Social media came along, put it in place, created demands. No fast foot in the race. Well, it's a marathon, grind steady, keep them rhymes ready. They say rap could never be in Trini DNA. I thought Trinidad was a Callaloo. What you mean to say? Cause the youth so dressed like Marshall. Don't worry, boy, not trying to stress ya. The young girl following Riri. They don't really business about Destra. They say Trinities do like rap, but take Drake off the radio, they do like that. It's the culture that taught no fails. Sorry to be so real.
Yo.
Ever had an enemy in your circle, thinking that he fireman, secretly trying to hurt you? Not everyone in the culture is down for the cause. So hard to hear them whisper when the round of applause is so deafening. Never had the time for that. They work with you, take your money, then laugh behind your back, smile in your face. Soon as you walk away talking slimy, have a big ego, though everybody call him tiny. Loves to bash rappers on Facebook, but nobody would take him on. Plus he can't make a song, so he have a camera and a high profile connect. That's what he uses to coast, style, flex on the same rappers that he deems unprofessional. Manipulates the interviews, all for the clicks and views. That's disgusting to me. But if we so irrelevant, then why every discussion is we? The youth still dress like Marshall. Don't worry, boy, not trying to stress ya. Young girl following Riri. They don't really business about Destra. They say Trinis don't like rap, but take Drake off the radio, they do like that. It's the culture that taught no fails. Sorry to be so real.
Yes, sir. That's the man in the building, Micwise. I mean, like, people might listen to this and thought, but it's real thing now. You know what I mean? The youths and them ain't trying to dress like Marshall. I never see them.
That's no lie. Don't hide the truth. You know?
You know what I'm saying? I saw enough soca artists in Sean, John, and Rockaway.
That's a fact.
Yelling hip hop is not for here. Yo,
literally
so. Elite niggas, we go rock that though. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, Mike. So tell us a little bit more about this. This was I think this is a single. You know,
yeah.
This wasn't
it's a standalone song.
Standalone track.
Yeah.
You know, but you've been putting out albums for,
I would say since I have 4 albums, you could say.
For
2 mixtapes. I would say from 2015 come up.
Right, and
4 albums, 2 mixtapes. Yeah.
Right, and a lot of people might not know who's listening that you actually produce most of your music.
The 4 albums, yeah.
Right,
so everything you hear, culture I produced too.
Right.
It's very easy to call out the tracks that I did not produce.
Okay. No problem. Well,
yeah.
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But so what was it trying to? Because I mean, essentially, I guess it's a sort of necessity, mode of invention sort of thing. Because you produce, you write, record, mix, master, etc., etc. So just tell me how what was the influence of that? You know, like who you watched, doing it and said that I need to do this myself.
Well, I was always into, as a fan of hip hop as a whole, you become a fan of producers.
Right.
So you take influence from different producers, and the same way you want to write your first rhyme, you want to make that first beat too, you know, because you're into that as well. That's another form of the art. So yeah, that's something I was dabbling in like long time. I would say from about 2010, 2011. And then when it came time, some years later, I got confidence in my production skills enough that I wanted to make my own beats because, music is a thing, it sets a mood. And the beat really sets the mood, not just for the listener, but for the rapper. So I into like setting a mood when I approach a project or I approach a song. So, and then I look for certain tones and samples and I build from that. And that's how you get the trickle-down effect. So it's all about to me, it's like I'm being a complete artist. Like
complete creative.
Yeah, complete creative.
Right.
I kind of control freak too with music, to be honest with you.
I feel you.
Yeah.
A lot of us are when it comes to our own artists, especially. But a lot of your music can be found on the streaming platforms, etc., etc. And the albums. So the album is called Leave. Now you have funny enough, as we're speaking about this and we have the producer competition coming up just now, we want you to stick around and judge some of the beats for yourself as well. We also talking about Leave, why the title, and then of course one of the songs that kind of always created a stir a few years back called Visa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just give us a little more behind the album Leave, behind the whole concept, and what it is you really feel about hip hop in Trinidad and Tobago.
Leave had a few different meanings. I talked about certain things I talked about on Leave. I just wanted to kind of leave behind. Right. So I was conceptualizing the album, and the thing is, a bulk of the recording and writing and producing that literally came during a vacation time. during my 9 to 5 job.
Right.
Leave now.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, just call the thing leave and done. Like, let's get an ambiguous title and just say, here, leave.
Leave, right.
Yeah, just take that as you want. Take it wherever you want it to mean.
Right.
You know? But it does have the multiple meanings.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And so for someone like yourself who is staying true to the art form in Trinidad and Tobago, what you think? I mean, I'm sure you've seen it go through many waves of recognition, and sometimes fall to the back and then come up depending on certain things that are being done or certain songs that are released. But what do you think at this present moment in time? What do you think about the state of it in Trinidad and Tobago and things that could be done to help it along?
The states are what, hip hop?
Yeah.
Specifically?
Yeah. Rap because we see what's going on with the dancehall and everything else, you know what I mean? And we realize, I'm talking to reggae artists and dancehall artists on the program and you know, the up and downs that it has.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you think we can do as a community of hip hop artists to kind of keep it afloat?
I would like us all to be more active. I know being active doesn't really mean putting out a song every month. Everybody has to put out a song every month, because I know how real life is. I know that might not be possible for some people. But to me, I could go down a list of hip hop artists, a whole big long list. You'd have all night.
Right.
And they all have a certain fan base. Some bigger than others, you know. But everybody has this base of people that they can count on and they could call fans. So my thing is, how are we going to engage those fans? Because to me, I like hip-hop. The best years for hip-hop for me are the years when we have plenty events.
Yeah, no.
I don't measure hip-hop by how much local men playing on radio.
Right.
Because, no offense to the platform that I'm on right now, but I listen to a local rapper song playing on radio. I don't know how much money he making from that. His song playing, you know, he'll get a little clip for IG is nice, but I don't know how much money he getting from that.
Right.
If a rapper throws a show, I know he getting money.
Right.
You know, so it's a way that could help fund your career. That could fund a video. That could fund an album. That could fund something, and is also a way to engage your fan base, because a lot of us, we just have fans, and the only interaction the fans have is clicking.
Right.
Click share, click like, click this.
You know, you're
comment,
very right. As
type,
you put,
you know?
I've always seen, from my experience, obviously, is when things are actually happening and fans are coming out and engaging on plenty shows. You're very right about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's when they see, this has happened to me too. Sometimes I will be at a show and there will be this rapper who I would have seen online and I would have heard his music and it'll be cool, but I would actually become more of a fan when I see him live.
See him live, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And that, you know, that happens with me, who is already in the game. So imagine somebody who not used to seeing live performances and people, you know, that kind of thing. So live shows, any type of interaction you could have with fans, that is where you need to push towards.
All right,
you know?
nice. So with that said, tell us a little bit more about, you know, Southside lifestyle, the whole movement and what it is. For those who don't know, explain it to the people on them. So what is Southside lifestyle?
Southside Lifestyle Entertainment and Management Company. I guess I had to say the whole thing to start off. That's just a company. It was founded by my manager, Joe Black.
Shout out Black in the building.
Yeah, Black in the building. Basically, it's about covering all aspects of entertainment.
Right.
So from throwing events to managing artists, we have the Southside Lifestyle Recording Studio, right, where you could come. We have obviously different packages where you could come, get your music recorded, mix everything, put your music out. So it's just all avenues of entertainment. The amount of different hats he wearing, like he getting into theater, all kind of thing. You know? Yeah, it's like, it was all that. Like, yeah, they gotta get into fashion just now without merch. Like,
right,
is basically the Southside lifestyle. Nice. You wear clothes, you listen to music, you drink beers. You have a bar coming soon too.
You drink Remy too.
We drink Remy, we drink Remy too. You know, so yeah, and obviously as an artist, I would talk about the artist management side of it. We have a dope roster of varying types of artists. We have, Profess. I've been rocking with Profess since, day one, so shout out to Profess.
Right.
We have 688, we have Fresh P, we have Kane, so we have a nice roster there. And yeah.
So can people look forward to our Southside Lifestyle show with showcasing the whole camp?
Sure, yeah. If the people want that,
you
yeah.
don't talk the thing,
Yeah,
you don't talk about it.
we have a dope roster that could easily fill up a show.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right, cool. So now, most importantly, can I get some bars?
Of course.
All right. Run the rhythm, please. Good to deal with it, ladies and gentlemen in the building. Micwise, all the way, Southside Lifestyle.
Shoot ceremony formulas is deadly. Poison with the pen, I hope the coroners is ready. Pay the cost to be the boss, you can't afford it cause it's plenty. Vete a la mierda since you thought I was a Venny. Cheers to life, God bless the glass that the bourbon fills. In a hoodie or a shirt with frills, I bring perfect thrills cause I'm too alert with skills. Urge to kill, every hurdle still in the air. The 2 purple bills, that's 2020. Coming to lock this turf cause in the land of egos being modest hurts. Mike Murderer, hope you know it's a honest work. Beats get killed as if I put it in a Scottish skirt. Trying to compare yourself to wise, what kind of strong you smoking to keep up with your own lies? How well you coping? I in this for life, this is not a tour for strolling. You just swinging through like your marriage no longer open. Hope your partner ain't caught you stroking this sink or swim when the tides turn. Better thank the Lord you're floating in this rap game. No time for all your moping. It's really a rap game. All I do is perform for tokens. Feeble guys can't compete with wise. We walk the same walk, but we don't foot even strides. Respect my vision that you can't see, cause this ain't no tight game. We never had equal eyes. Anything else is just a hoax for sure. Quotes galore, full of buried gems like the ocean floor. Level of talent never known before. My life a movie, it's match fixing. How I control the score, how I compose the score. I gave so much jewels, I think it's time I start collecting what you owe me for. Yeah, you're owing homes, so send a check in the mail for what's mine. Rockstar, Post Malone. The way I go bananas, they can't figure out. I said the way I go bananas, they can't figure out. Tell Sheila we look to press. If she like an iron, put a fig in mouth. You know who's the king in South. Yeah. Yo! You need some more?
I don't know if I need any more, but
You
I would
need
like
some
some more.
more?
Trinidad, do you want some more? Oh, the
think they
phone
want
lines
more.
are going crazy though. We're gonna take some calls after. We have Micwise sticking around, but no, let's go. Let's get some more. They go wait. Ladies and gentlemen, on the grind.
Speed it up a little thing for me.
Speed it up.
Speed up the thing a little. To get in some drawers, he'd never ponder, would he? She said, in one of your songs, you're gonna have to put me. I told her, get this through your comprehension. This is not a factory for contraception. I don't make raps for white dress, nah, me and her on a white sheet. Need bad girl energy, slight sweet. My way with women, unlike YouTube producers, love all colors and sizes. I never type beat. My bar's too sour, soldier. Your bar's sweeter than that fresh out of the shower order. They don't want to push the kid like I was out the stroller. Still run the game. 9/11, how we towers over. I go see no visa for that line. But fame was never even a reason for that grind. Some of y'all, you go sell out your son for that shine. It's like the game split into two, no halftime. Us and them, I think we rightfully differ. They say it's in poor taste, how the rivalry bitter. Forget what they say, I just lead in my team. Never needed no jump ropes for I to be skipper. Spitfire is that hell sound. The flow that got Big L crowned. Float over tracks I never felt drowned. Could never be that I owe you. And that's on my initials, ND. I have your spellbound. Ink bled on the canvas, who you're trying to scorn. You see me setting the standards, I'm a higher form. My whole town proud when they hype a song. You only rain on SoundCloud, I'm a quiet storm. Rest in peace to P, let the people see. Domestically as we have powers that be. Sweating feverishly, we ain't cut from the same cloth. I said repeatedly before I expose you for what you are. Protect your decency. After all the demo shopping that we did, it's a bad EQ. They only propping up the mid. Highs and lows, they come with the game. But once we give into their division, I promise none of us would remain. That sums it up and it's plain. Micwise. Yeah.
So ladies
Not bad,
and
right?
gentlemen,
Not bad.
Yeah, you know,
Not bad.
I know.
A little rusty now. A little rusty.
Rusty, he
A
says.
little rusty.
You know what I mean? You're trying to do the big L thing. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You're trying to do that.
Yeah, a little rusty.
You're a little bit
yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
You know?
Not in the
So-
best shape.
Don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Micwise in the building. Mike, we just want to close off the interview with this last song. It's called Hard Thing.
Hard thing.
But of course, you're going to stick around because up next we have the Remy Martin producer series. Mike is going to stick around in the building. We take your calls. But let's close off with this one. It's called Hard Thing. So just a little background information on this song. Of course, you put the video out for it. And as you was rightfully saying, it's a somewhat of a different sound for you.
Yeah.
In terms of production, etc. You know,
Well, you know, I think people have this idea that the only type of music I listen to and I'm into is the stuff you know me for. You know, but I like I like the different types of tracks and stuff. All I had for this, I think I was in work or something, and I just was just saying hard thing. That's all I had, and I knew I wanted to link with somebody else to build the beat. So literally, I did a little digging on the internet, found a beat that could fit with that. All I had was that two words, hard thing.
Right.
When I find something that sound good for that,
We got the hook. That's all you need, really.
guys, hit up the producer one time, pay for it. I want nobody else get it.
Right.
Yeah, I pay for it one time, and just started right, and everything was a smooth flow after that. You know, I just wanted, as I say, music is about setting moods, and I felt like that if you watch the video, it's like a celebration with friends and thing. I didn't have a song that could really play in that space. If that's such a big part of my life, like why am I not catering to that?
Right.
You understand? So yeah, that's the reasoning behind doing that song.
Alright, cool.
You know?
And this is a standalone, or this is on an album as well?
This will be a standalone.
Okay.
I'm working on an album, next album, Hate 6 Hate. Right? So
Alright.
I don't know when that's dropping. I just put any title out there.
Right.
But this is just a standalone single.
Alright, no doubt. So ladies and gentlemen, Micwise, before we jump into this track and before we take a break, how can people hit you up on the social media and where they can get the music, etc., the generic vibes, you know?
Yeah. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Micwise88. That is MICWISE 88, and Micwise official on YouTube.
Alright,
Right.
no doubt. So check it out. This is Hard Day!
I feel to mash this up like it's not even mine. Like I take some rapper beat. Why? Now we ain't leaving the spot soon. Turning it up with no costume. You know what to do when I drop tune. Hard thing. Don't care, they saying we living.
You're listening to The Grind.
Until it's done.